Are you telling me that the press cover 3 does not get beat deep?
Oh no, it does not get beat deep either. It jams you and it gets back. It's an amazing hidden adjustment.
We are inside the all-new state-of-the-art Madden Cruiser outside of Arrowhead Stadium, NFL Kickoff Night. We're sitting here, Nick Mazesco, one great user with the 6-time champ, the defending Ultimate Kickoff champion, none other than Henry. Henry, congratulations on your win.
Oh! Come here, my boy!
He's got him right side, up the sideline. Jalen Hyatt makes a man miss to the 5, to the house. Henry Leverett is your Ultimate Kickoff champion. Let's break down some of the big plays that were leading into your championship win. Starting off with that quarterfinal win against Dubby, game everybody was looking forward to. Dubby definitely was looking for some of those outside comeback routes. How were you able to defend those and set up some defenses that were making those so tough to run?
So one, Dubby's an amazing player, but something that held Dubby back is Dubby actually streams all of his games. So what I was doing was I was watching him. I was getting all the film in. I know he likes to do those comebacks a lot. So what I did was I found an adjustment I could do. If you turned on match in the coaching adjustments and then you pressed the solo side receiver and put a third, what that third would do is he would jam the receiver as if it was man coverage and then run all the way back and play a third, not allowing that comeback to get open.
And plus you had so much pressure on him in those plays that the time it would take for him to get open, you were already screaming at the quarterback.
Oh yeah, I was sending 5 people, and it probably takes about like 4 or 5 seconds for the comeback to get open. You're not going to get 4 or 5 seconds versus 5 people trying to get to the quarterback, so it was just a perfect game plan.
Are you telling me that the press cover 3 does not get beat deep?
Oh no, it does not get beat deep either. It jams you and it gets back. It's an amazing hidden adjustment in the game.
And would you say that you found that just because of your repetition of the game?
Yes. This is all just playing the game a lot and just, honestly just messing around and trying things. I found things like this is something I actually did find on accident. I had match on because I planned on running like a cover for palms or something to match on to something. I accidentally left it on, and then I tried a third adjustment, and I'm like, whoa, why is he playing like that? Things like that.
What?
So you actually find things on accident playing the game.
And will it also cover the C route?
It also does cover the C route. Yeah, it covers everything.
Let's go to the offensive side of the ball. Matchup semifinal against Gabagool. Big 4th down play here. You're able to find Devin Hester. Talk to me about the read progression out of this bunch play, and tell me how much it means, like having that Devin Hester item. It seems like that was a player you could trust no matter what.
Oh yeah, for sure. So my read progression on this play is, first thing I'm looking for is a C route. I like to quick throw it in the seams, because you can't throw it like a little vertical route because it cuts up the field. So that was my first read. Looking back at it, I did miss that read.
2020 hindsight's great, man. Just go back in time and do it again.
Looking back, I did miss that read because I did have it open. So honestly, I thought everything was bagged on that play. I even thought the post was kind of bagged. So I was kind of just praying that I could just fit it in there. Luckily, I did. But Hester, that was definitely my best receiver the whole tournament. Getting open on streaks, drags, posts, corner routes, you name it. He was getting the job done. And obviously, you know why? It's because he's in that Bears jersey.
Yep.
People don't know
this. They play
this.
better in the Bears jersey.
Yep. They get plus 10 stats on everything. Not seriously.
K-Spade actually confirmed that one. It's crazy. And what's crazy is you also talk about how importance of having Warren Moon with Gunslinger there as well.
Oh yeah. Warren Moon with Gunslinger, having that fast release, it helps a lot. If I had somebody that winds up more, it would have gave the defensive back more time to just catch up to him.
Let's go to the championship game where you were able to seal that 6th belt against Dez. Really started off with a bang here. 0-0 game. You're able to get a user pick with Cam Chancellor. Talk me through what you were seeing defensively on that play and how you were able to use your user so effectively to get that user pick.
Yeah, so I watch Dez a lot. Obviously, I got to watch him because he was my last opponent. I need to know what he was doing. So I knew that he liked to go to angle routes and in routes a lot on 4th and long. So what I did was I backed up my 2 outside corners just in case he had a corner route or something, and I put them in 20 cloud flats so he couldn't throw the corner route. And then I had vert hooks and clouds on the opposite side of the field, and then the whole middle of the field was all me. I had to guard that, so ended up calling his play out perfectly at the perfect adjustments and ended up just working out for me.
It speaks to the preparation, not just playing the game and getting used to the movement and being able to control the user, but also scouting your opponents and seeing enough game film where you know what he's going to in those tendencies.
Oh yeah, film review is a real thing. It's 100% a real thing. A lot of people have tendencies, and knowing those tendencies can just win you a game.
The first thing I think of is when I look at this play, it's the spacing of that route combination. I feel like, that Texas route was a little bit tight trying to run it with that in route. What about you?
Oh, yeah, 100%. One, the spacing of it, and then a big thing was he wasn't on like a left or right hash. He was kind of in the middle of the field, which if you're involved in competitive Madden a lot, everybody likes to be on the hash.
Is important.
That is extremely important. It'll determine if a route can get open or not. So once he was in the middle, it kind of helped me a lot too, because there's other things I didn't really have to worry for, like a deep sea route or something. It's just not something that's going to be open in the middle. So him calling that was kind of like a desperate play call for him. Yeah. I could tell he didn't really like the defense, and it just really was benefit.
You talked about a play that people around the MUT world have trouble stopping. It's verticals. You found a way to stop, get a user pick. Talk to me through how you're able to get this with the late great legend in Sean Taylor.
Yeah, so I watched Dez a lot. Said this before film review. I know when he's in bunch, he wants to call this verticals a lot. That's really everybody's go-to playing bunch. You have so many seam routes. My whole game plan that game was, if he's in bunch, never give up verticals. So I manned up one of the linebackers to the tight end, and then my user was going to be responsible for the crosser and then the running back out of the backfield, whether he was on a wheel route, a Texas route, or a street. No matter what he was on, I was responsible for both. So right there, I ended up sending 5-manning up the tight end, and I just made a great user play.
So you're trusting the Heat to get there, because if that Texas route, it's going to take you in a completely different direction, which you will not be able to cover the crosser. You're just trusting that your Heat to get there, and you've blabbed it so many times that by the time this Texas develops, I make a choice, I'm going to be there or something has went wrong.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm sending 5 people. He's sending out 5. So I just got 5 guys pretty much one-on-one. Hopefully somebody can come in off the edge free. So, I'm always going to trust in my Heat. My user's going to be aggressive, and I'm just going to try to bait into the pressure. You also have that little side eye while you're running around to see if anybody's getting to the quarterback. Once somebody's getting close, that's when you got to make that split decision of, am I going to go out this crosser, or am I going to go out this running back? And you just got to trust yourself.
Was that the best defensive game you've played? Because it didn't seem 5 turnovers against a player the caliber of Dez. It felt like that was as good of a defense we've ever seen you play.
I think in a live event, yes, that is probably the best defense I ever played. I think I forced 5 turnovers versus, what is
somebody as good as Dez? Yeah.
He popped me last year, so I know how good he is. So yeah, that was for sure the best defensive.
Big players making big plays in big moments. That's insane. 6 belts to your name now. If you want a chance to take down the 6-time champ, why don't you sign up for our Most Feared Challenger? The registration is open now. Tournament takes place October 18th. You're not going to want to miss it. You might see this man there, and you might get a chance to win yourself part of that $125,000 prize pool.